a lot of these were fun questions because they allow me to think because I don't want to answer them pedestrian. I want to think about them. Like even this next one, how do you unwind and relax after a long day? I talked about this in the podcast today. I says, the key is to go into that relaxation guilt free.
That's a good point.
Well, today, dude, banging. I got up early and I was busy. I was like this. I was like, holy shit, it's fucking 18:30. I got to live in a half an hour. I haven't even eaten yet. So today was one of those days. Damn straight. So relax and unwind after a long day. I'm set to jet, man. I'm going into it guilt free. So let me see. Hold on. Guilt free. Did I do everything? And more, I find the value in this. Even if it's watching zombies, I'm still learning something from it. And I could go into deep thought because of the war on consciousness. I think it's important to relax after a long day, get out of the house, go outside. I like to be around other people. I don't need to talk to them. I'm going to talk to Rebecca and maybe a pub peep or two, but I want to look and observe. And because that makes me relax.
Yeah.
I can't do it here.
Right.
Right here. I'm not going to get as much out of it.
Right.
Right. I will when Rebecca comes home. We'll turn on some stupid TV and I'll chill. But I get much more satisfaction out of it if I could sit outside somewhere and have a little cocktail, talk to a couple people. I just hope that we're not talking business. I just hope, but usually it is. Even that night when you and Lizzie were there, do you know how many people hit me up on business shit? Dude, man, it was, and I have to be cordial. And go, oh yeah, the juice is worth the squeeze on this conversation. Oh yeah. I go into it, the whole thing. I'm as happy and joyful as possible, but I don't want to talk about that. I want to go back up and talk to you and Lizzie about freaking, I don't know, whatever it is.
We were talking about,
I don't know,
Seinfeld.
Yeah, right. Because then you're not unwinding. You're talking business, and it's not about like fans coming up and talking to me because that happens all the time, and I'm all about it. But man, twice that night, bro. The place was jam-packed. I was talking to you guys, playing pool with Rebecca, and in between, people were giving me business cards and telling me about their nonprofits, and you'd be a great asset if you could come out and say a few things. And I'm like, hell yeah, it would be great. I just want to say, hey, man, just contact me on the freaking interwebs, It's like you were being, what's that line? You were so generous with my time.
Yeah, so generous of my time.
but yeah, small chit chat. I like small chit chat. Who did I chit chat with last night? See, there's a couple old dudes. Tom, the professional golfer, and his buddy Moriarty. I love that. And that's how Tom calls him, Moriarty.
Like the Sherlock Holmes Moriarty?
Yeah, Sherlock Holmes nemesis. Yeah.
Moriarty.
They're a delight, those guys to talk to because I could just listen, man. You want a good freaking talk to an old freaking pro golfer because Tom's about 80 maybe, and he's full of energy. And man, all I have to do is listen to that dude. I was out teaching Clint Eastwood one day, and up comes Michael Jordan. And Michael Jordan says, and they're going on and on. Meanwhile, I'm still drunk and they don't know it because of this and that, because I was just having martinis with so-and-so. The stories are great. They're so much fun. And then Moriarty, he writes, he travels and writes. He's a fat cat. I don't even know I just know that he travels and writes, and he's an older guy too. But his stories are a riot. So that's a great way to unwind because number one, you don't have to talk about yourself. You don't have to talk about business, and you really don't have to talk. You could contribute and learn a lot of shit and just be happy that you're living there in the moment with these people who have great freaking anecdotals, man. I love an anecdotal. I love it, man. Tell me a story. Oh, Joey, that's who we chatted with last night. He's fun. He just found a baby possum. And he's going to raise it because the mama was nowhere. What am I going to do? Just let it run around the woods?
Of course not. Well, I think what you said at the first is really, really important. I think we've talked about this in another way previously.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like when you're taking a nap or something like that, just knowing you've got momentum, you're getting things done.
Right. Yes.
Avoiding that self-disappointment is so helpful. You don't want to feel guilty because you just, again, spend another day letting yourself down.
Yeah, right. There's nothing worse at the end of the day when I tell Rebecca, man, I just didn't get a lot of shit done today. And a lot of it's just because of fatigue and ache,
Yeah.
A lot of it, but that's my excuse, but I'm still guilt-ridden at the end of the day.
You're like Schindler at the end of the day. I could have done this.
Yeah, all of it. Right. Yeah, shit. Oh, hell.